free. They don't feel so, like, compounded. You know, they're able to go out and make plays on their own because they're so prepared. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's one thing playing like, oh, no, I got to be here, do this and do that. When you already know, I mean, you start look at other stuff, you know, start to go make, you know, plays you aren't necessarily supposed to, but you end up making, you know, one of those things. And that's what, you know, that leads to a 21-8 lead at halftime against your rival that's 10 miles to the north.
Assistant coaches for Labette County, head coach Sean Price, assistants Bradley Argebright, who works with wide receivers, and the offensive coordinator, Davey Brown, defensive back coach, Mike Hayward, linebacker coach, Travis Hurley works with the defense and the offensive line. Those have been two strong areas tonight. Coach Hurley done great work. And Coach Pierce on the defensive line, and Coach Tanner Russell, the wide receiver coach. Managers for Labette County, Matthew Wright, Caleb McKee, who's up here with us, kind of a part-time manager, if you will, as far as game time management goes. And Maddox Dewey as well, the brother of Malachi Dewey, who we saw on the defensive line for Labette County tonight. And for Parsons, head coach Jeff Scheibe, assistant coaches Raheem Dumas, Cato Barr-Miller, Jamario Kendrick, Devin Martinez, Ivory Kelly, and Doug Billingsley. So a lot of coaches for both of these teams, and boy, have both of them truly done a great job. You know, Labette County's really looked buttoned up tonight and very polished. 2 minutes has been put on the scoreboard. Again, it's 21-8 Labette County if you're just joining us. Jack Leake, John Kohler with you. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. John, what is Labette County going to have to do in the second half? The easy answer is, well, what they just did. But let's assume Parsons makes some adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was going to come out and say that you can't just rely on the run game. You cannot get complacent. The Grizzlies want to come out here with the victory, because we've seen the big playability from the Vikings. They're not out of this by any means. No, they're going to make the adjustments they need to do. Jeff Scheibe, great coach. He's going to do what he needs to do. Grizzlies, you're going to have to attack the boundaries. When you get that single high safety, we saw them try it earlier, attack the seam. Hope you can get off that jam by the outside backer. Barrett kind of struggled with it a little bit over there on one place. When I was looking on that touchdown to Bates, I thought it was the initial read to look at Heston up the seam on the right side, got kind of jammed up. So you're going to have to find your best plays here in the passing game and in the running game and use them in critical situations.
1 minute break. Back with the third quarter kickoff, as I believe Labette County will receive here on KLKC Parsons.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Kraus in the house gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
12 minutes pasted on the scoreboard on the south end of Lucas Field. Labette County dapping up their teammates on the sideline as the spirits are still high, but I can guarantee you that halftime speech from Coach Price didn't involve too much patting on the back, as he's going to want to get after it here in the second half even more.
Yeah, we'll see. A fire's surely been lit. We won't say where, as these Grizzlies are getting ready to return. Waiting for the Vikings kicker here. I believe that's Harris.
As the kick is off, that's Parsons' second kickoff rather of the game. It's bobbled at the 15 and then picked up at the 20. And a nice return there around the 25-yard line. Deontay Fields has done good things tonight, and that was one of them. 1st and 10, Labette County moving right to left into a breeze that is still firm. Ball will be at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, him and Good have been pleasant surprises for at least my side of things tonight, Jack. I don't know if you've heard too much of them heading into this year, but from what we've seen in the warm-ups and stuff from last year, I mean, they've looked like they've been hitting the weight room, hit a growth spurt as well as good surprises here for the Grizzlies. Is that Nolan Nash in the Wildcat? He'll get it, take a sweep out to the right, has some room. He'll be met and stuffed quickly, though, by the Vikings out there on that right side. A low snap, I believe, from Hops.
Nolan Nash on the
There's also a marker down on the field, so the Grizzlies coming out with a new set, new formation. Wildcat there. Wyrick will trot on now. It's good to see that they're trying something new here. We'll see what this penalty's for.
Holding on Labette County. As John, I believe it was last year at Parsons when Coach Price opened up the game with like 4 or 5 straight QB sneaks. Or was that at home against Circle? I don't remember.
That was against Parsons. I don't think we do that to anyone else other than Parsons. I'm going to be honest, Jack. He wanted to send a message, and he tried to.
It was either last year or 2 years ago. I believe it was against Parsons. Opened the game with 4 or 5 straight Kendall Holtzman QB sneaks. So a different colored egg out of Coach Price's Easter basket right there. It was a Nolan Nash Wildcat snap, and this one's not going to result in much either, about a 2-yard loss for Jamal Jackson. So 2nd down and a long 20 for Labette County to open up the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, good play there out on the edge by, I'm trying to get a number real quick, 58, where are you at? Braylon Summers, yeah, he made a nice play there to get inside and wrap up Jackson.
Pass for Wyrick across the middle, caught by Heston, thrown to the ground firmly
the pass is good
by number 50 for Parsons, Corbin Harris. And that's a gain of about 5.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about
That's well coached. That's well coached. Barrett knew exactly where to sit down right in between that middle and outside backer. Found the grass. Wyrick was looking for him instantly. Found him.
Corbin Harris.
3rd and 15 for Labette County. 10:37, 3rd quarter. Labette County 21, Parsons 8. Wyrick with time across the middle. Wide open is Bates, and he dropped it. He knows he should have had it, as the middle of the field has really hurt Parsons tonight, and Bates almost pushed the nail in deeper.
Yeah, ball got sucked in over there on that left side by the presence of Heston. Left Bates with some room out there. That backer didn't drop with him. Wide open grass, room to run as well. If Bates is able to hang on to that one.
10:27, clock is frozen after the incomplete pass. Bates was on an island but dropped it. Nash with a good wobbly punt lands at midfield and takes a Grizzly roll to the Parsons 48. So Parsons still has quite a ways to go, 52 yards to be exact, if they want to put 6 points on that scoreboard. They trail Labette County 21-8.
I've been announcing a lot of boosters tonight. I do
Parsons has honestly had solid field position throughout the night. I don't think I've seen them backed up too deep in their own territory. They've been up here at the midfield or over in the Grizzly territory for most of the night, most of their possessions.
Yes.
Pure Life Nutrition, we want to thank you.
If you're the Vikings, you're just like, man, why can't we just get something going? We have good field position. If we're able to, it's points on the board.
Logan is the quarterback. His left toe is at the 45. It's a pass, gets it out quick. There they go. And it's caught riding the near sideline and tackled out of bounds hard is the Viking, Jason Smart, as Parsons may be transitioning to getting the ball out quicker, as that was a positive play from Logan to Smart.
Good adjustment. The Grizzlies are so worried about those big plays. Well, guess what else Logan can hit? Short little hitch. Something quick. Get him in rhythm. Let your playmakers, Smart and Baugh, out there, or Naygood, make some plays with the room they got.
Henson to the left with both hands on his knees. A jet sweep, and it might be another illegal motion call, as Schultz has to toss the ball to the white hat and await the call.
As I didn't see who else outside of Schultz it would have been right there.
Illegal procedure.
It was a legal procedure on Parsons. 1st and 15 for the Vikes. And now that I reflect on that, John, they didn't help themselves either in some situations with penalties.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
And 15.
When you go watch film or whatever, you see these penalties like, oh, man, we had something going there, then penalties are drive killers, Jack. That's where I'm kind of getting at with that.
9:45, third quarter. Parsons with it, down 13. It's a fake run. Logan tucks it, runs, a lot of room, and he's pounded hard. Barrett Heston lowered the shoulder pad and chin strapped him, but a great run by Logan.
So there was a penalty marker down on the field on the near side. I wonder if it was picked up. It was not. It's going to be coming back, though.
Illegal shift.
The call is an illegal shift on the Vikings.
Yeah, Logan got up and said something. I'm not sure if he was aware of the play coming back or not, but yeah, another penalty.
That
they
hurts.
had another good play. The penalty just kills it.
9:36, clock is stopped. 21-8 Labette County. First down and 20. If you're a Parsons fan, which we'd love to have you tune into our live stream or station, you're probably just going, ugh, because it hurts. You're starting to have positive gains, a nice hitch to Smart, a good run by Logan, and it's negated yet again. 2 receivers left, ball on the right hash. It's a snap, another pass, pressured hard, ball bounced off the grass, I believe. I think they're going to give it to him.
Pass is incomplete.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Bringing up second
Better
down.
ball, though. I mean, if you're going to miss in the middle of the field, low inside on a slant is where you want to do it. I know I say good misses all the time, but that one was. You get it any higher, there's a chance for a play to be made by the DB, but interesting little concept. Is RPO. He had a bubble out on the left, the slant in the middle. His footwork. You saw it with Logan there. Footwork was a little, made him a little quirky because he has 2 reads there, one in the middle, one on the outside. Still not a terrible ball, though.
A lot of red jerseys flooding his eyesight. Quick snap here. Looking left, throws left, caught. Smart down the sideline, and a touchdown saving tackle is made by Deontay Fields at the Labette County 20-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think Heston was supposed to stay on him right there. I think they're in a cover 3. It wasn't man. It shouldn't have been man there. They should have switched that. Heston should have dropped back as soon as he heard Fields say slant, slant. Let Fields take that wheel route. That's how that one's supposed to work out there. Just unable to communicate that, and that leaves that wheel route able to be caught there as Heston turned his head, just unable to find the ball. Because I think he was kind of shouting slant, slant to his backers. Didn't realize the ball was going over the top of his head.
Parsons with a nice drive, overcoming penalties. Hints in the back, but it's a pass. Logan dumped down, caught near the face mask level, and still on his feet on the far side, and now brought down by a pile of humanity for Labette County. On the far side, the Viking on the reception was Nas Haygood.
Fields has done a tremendous job. Not only, he has an interception, but tackling. I've been impressed by the sophomore throughout. He's not really letting anyone slip past him. Whether or not he's the one that actually ends up bringing them down, he's still hanging on somewhere down there on the ankle or something, not letting them slip away.
As should Parsons not score here, we'll remember Deontay Fields' tackle on Jason Smart, as Smart was gone, but Fields saved the day. We'll see, though, as someone might have jumped here.
You're going to get the receiver, possibly. We'll see who crossed first, but I believe you saw Haygood out there on the edge. Just kind of take off.
They're going to go offsides on Labette County on the interior.
All right.
Labette County certainly jumped as if they were trying to initiate a false start, but that was not the case.
Solid hard count there from Logan. Vikings making some. This is good coaching from Scheibe so far.
And
really
we knew that adjustment was going to come. They're under control. They were panicky. Logan was very panicky in the first half.
Just looked poised.
Yes. They still haven't scored yet, however, but they're mighty close to making that happen. 2nd and 2, ball at the Grizzly 11. Left to right, Parsons moves. Ball on the left hash. Pass across the middle, caught, and I believe that's a Parsons touchdown. I can't tell from my angle. It is a Parsons touchdown. A really nice drive from the visiting Vikings, as the refs are going to discuss if he was in or not, but I bet it stays.
Well, it's not that. It's whether he maintained possession. This back official on the left side couldn't see it all the way. He just saw, what looked like a catch, and then so this other official, though, saw the ball moving and all of that. So I don't know who you give this call here to make, but you're going to see if he maintained possession.
Good catch, John. 7:28, third quarter, 21-8 Labette County. This game has had anything you could ask for within it.
Yes, Largent, I believe he was the recipient of that ball. It's either him or the other big tight end for the Vikings, O'Banion, down there in that red zone.
All 5 officials having a meeting at the 10-yard line. The white hat with his back to us. Sooner or later, he will turn and make a call to the crowd.
Yeah, and is it enough to overturn what that official initially called? That's the question
Probably
right
not.
here. Because when he made that call, one of those, I feel like you don't make that call if you see that ball come out pretty quickly like that. You go huddle up, then you come out and decide it. So if it turns out to be an incomplete pass, then is it enough to overturn it? One of those things.
They're certainly really discussing those possibilities as now they break away, and a touchdown Parsons.
It's probably the right call. It really was. I mean, he had possession in there for enough time.
21-14, Labette County in front of Parsons. And the Vikings, it looks like they're going to...
Labette County.
Price is pretty fired up about this over here on this near side.
Parsons is going to kick the extra point. No, go for 2.
Yes, Henson's the lone back in there, as Kendrick was the recipient of the last 2-point conversion. Oh, no, Kendrick's out there as well, going back in that split set.
Logan wasn't ready for the snap, gives it to Kendrick.
That's huge.
And that was poor from the start. No good is the 2-point attempt. That is huge.
Well, actually, I guess it's not that huge. I don't think they're going to kick any extra points.
So the extra point is no good.
But now Parsons, should they score again, either has to kick an extra point or convert on a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, I guess.
We will cross that bridge when the car gets there, but hopefully it doesn't even arrive to that destination. 21-14, a good drive from Logan and Parsons there in the third quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Grizzly football.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
(21-14), Labette County in front of Parsons. 7 minutes, 20 seconds in the third. Nolan Nash with a nice return off the kick there to the 32-yard line. A few scores from around the area. At the end of the third quarter, we'll see if any of these scores are close enough to the area for our audience to care about them. I see a lot of scores from towns a long ways away, so we'll wait and see if some SEK scores pile in tonight on social media, and we'll let you know if that happens.
I think Cherryville's playing someone tonight. I forget who.
Cherryville's playing Oswego, and I'm sure you know many schools.
Well, yeah, I guess it is Friday.
I believe that Independence played Columbus last night, and Columbus won.
Yeah, I've seen something about that. As keeper here by Nash out of the Wildcat set. Won't get much out of there as he had an option out to his left was Jackson. Decided to keep it, gain of 1. Seen Wildcat on the last drive. Wyrick will trot back out here. Nash, I believe, is going to come off here as black winner of the game, as well as, I want to say, Dylan Johnson's back out there as well, and Stevens. There's Cole Stevens come back out there. Sure, we'll see either a counter or some kind of pull play with those two out there, whether they'll pop outside and try to seal the edge.
Wyrick will take the snap, turn and give to Jamal. Parsons has juice now, and they're going to bury our running back. 3rd down and 9 right away, and Parsons just has swagger now.
You know, Jack, I'm going to throw this out there. Naked bootleg with Wyrick. Right, you really sell the run. You don't have any, other routes or anything. A bootleg out there with Wyrick. They're going to flow with Jackson, keep it. Shouldn't be anyone there. Peyton Manning did it a couple years ago against the Cowboys. That's why I remember it. But so we've got a flag here.
Looks like it's going to be a false start on Labette County, as it might have been some illegal movement by the center, Cole Stevens, here.
The call is illegal procedure on the Grizzlies, moves them back 5 yards.
May have been on Broadwell to his right.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 13.
Top started a game last year, I believe, at center.
Is that Mason Hoppus?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Mason Hoppus. I thought it said 21. It's 51. 6-10 third quarter. Labette County 21, Parsons 14. Vikings with the momentum. Labette County just can't panic. 3rd down and long for the Grizzlies. 4-man rush for Parsons. Pass for Labette County, caught by Nash. They need the first. He's got the first. Nolan Nash with a big-time catch and a first down for Labette County.
I don't know if that one was a dig route or a curl. It's like a 10 and in from the looks of that one. Nash caught it initially, made a move, and got up. And terrific blocking from Michael Reed here on this left side. Did a great job against a premier pass rusher for the Vikings to carry Jones. Reed looks really solid here protecting that blind side.
Low snap for Wyrick. He'll hurl one deep right, incomplete, looking for Nash, who is getting a little handsy with the defensive back that was riding his chest, but the ball was kind of, sort of incatchable. Over there on coverage in the involvement was Mackay Baugh for Parsons.
Yeah, it looked like Nash may have had a chance to come back to it, just overran it a little bit, getting caught up with the DB there.
5:28 third quarter, 21-14 Labette County. Jackson just behind Wyrick. Aaron talks to Jamal, talks to his 5 offensive linemen, claps his hands. It's a pass. Parsons brings heat. Jackson in the flat, falls down, but he was going to be tackled, I think. So it'll be 3rd down and long. A Viking just fell down to the ground at the 40-yard line.
I've seen that.
It might be cramps or something. I hope it's something minor.
Yeah, Jackson wasn't going anywhere either past that. Bates and Heston both missed the blocks on the backers out there.
I don't have an identification on the injured Viking.
Looks to be a cramp.
Looks like cramps. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. This is Grizzly football.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Connor Largent was the injured Viking, walked off the field under his own power, and we are back. 3rd and 13 for Aaron Wyrick and company. Trips to the left, nobody to the right. Ball on the right hash, moving right to left into the wind. Wyrick, toss, left. Nash has blockers, but not enough. Gain of 6, 4th down and 9, near midfield for the Grizzlies.
Tunnel screen, you get those receivers coming up. The X receiver down there, Nash. I believe that was Nash who caught that. Could be wrong. Kind of creates this tunnel out there. Michael Reed to pull up, leave his guy come out there in the space and try to get a block, just unable to do so. If you can run that play right, it truly is a great screen to run. I like that play a lot.
This is a Labette County team that's really labored the last handful of years. Here's a high snap for Nash. I think he can still get a punt off, but he's going to tuck it and try to run. He'll throw it, and it is nearly caught by Fields, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a play of the century, as Price is going to let him hear it now.
He thinks Nolan should have just punted it, and he's pretty upset that Nash flung one to Fields. Might I add, it was a good pass.
Oh, my goodness. It's one of those where it's like, no, and then if it works, like, go, one of those things.
Exactly.
He'll be praised endlessly if Fields is able to hang on to that one in tough coverage. But here we go. We got the downside.
It's plays like that that allow teams back in games, and those plays are going to happen. I get it. That's Labette County's first true blunder of this game, other than the blown coverage on the first play of the game. Parsons just down 7 with the ball at midfield and a lot of swagger. Logan, hand in his face, a lot of room to run. Met at the 40 and goes out of bounds right there. It'll be 2nd down and 4 here momentarily. 4:05, third quarter, 21-14 Grizzlies.
Had he not been pressured, there's a post route in the middle. The slot man down here on the side, I believe that's, I want to say that's O'Banion, is working against Jarman, had a lot of room in the middle. With the Jarman underneath, not safety help over the top of it. Had pressure not been there, it could have been a big play for the Vikings.
That'll be going on, they said, sometime into the 4th quarter. So if you want to get in on that, you have
something tells me Labette County is going to have to score another time or two.
$550.
Parsons is just feels like they have much more of a presence on the field this half. Logan loses the ball on the deck. He picks it up and then is smoked.
Oh,
wow.
There should be a flag here as Kendrick just threw down Bradley Black.
No ref saw it.
15 seconds after the play, and that is just terrible.
Yeah, no one saw it.
Okay, I'll let the fans harp on him there, but
quarterback fumbled the ball.
I don't think a referee saw it.
Logan.
I only saw the end of it, so I won't comment. But that was a big play for Labette County because that takes Parsons back 6 yards. Now it's 3rd down and long with 3:28 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and Logan, he took a shot there, too, at that low snap coming in from, I believe, I've said his name a couple times tonight, Yelman.
Timeout has been called by Parsons.
Just take a shot there from 3 defenders.
We have some scores we want
Not
to
what you want to see there from the Vikings.
4 scores in this area.
Logan, he's already coming in hampered with the ankle injury, I believe. Rolled it in practice or something.
10-3.
So as we have a bit of a delay here, I don't know if it's an official's timeout or
Parsons called a timeout. So we're going to try to look around for a few scores around the area. Would you go see if you could see where Randy got those scores from? As the PA announcer here at Lucas Field just read off a bunch of scores from around the area, but by golly, I can't find them. So we're going to try to sniff them out for you and present those scores to you here in a moment to keep you informed on league play in the Southeast Kansas region. It's 21-14 Labette County, and Labette County had a high snap on a punt, and Nolan Nash took it upon himself to try to convert on the 4th down, and he threw it, and it was incomplete. So Parsons has the ball after a few plays at midfield, 3rd and 10. Logan with a back to his left and a receiver right and left. Henson is the back. It's Haygood and Smart, the wideouts. Ball on the right hash. 8 down linemen for the Parsons offense here. Big play. Logan leans in, claps, takes the snap. Quick pass to the left, and falling down to catch it for a loss of 3.5 yards at midfield is Smart. 4th down and 13. I do not like that play at all.
Well, I wonder if it wasn't going to be a double pass.
Oh, that had to have been.
That's what I'm kind of thinking here.
Yeah, I take that back. That's exactly right. Because there was no blocker for Smart over there. It had to have been a trick play.
Well, it's either that or it really was, and they're just trying to make fourth down a little bit more manageable. Because with space, Vikings have been kind of dangerous. I don't know, Jack. I really don't.
Anyways, wow. 4th and 13 for Parsons. 2:37, third quarter. 21-14, good guys. Oh, my goodness.
Scheibe is irate.
Coach Scheibe is livid right now as he was stomping, threw his hat on the ground firmly as both coaches have been upset in their respectful moments tonight. But, boy, Scheibe just lit up over there and was forced to call, I think, the second timeout of the half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Grizzly football.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Quarter here in Altamont, Kansas. Labette County wearing red, Parsons wearing white, clashing at it here at Lucas Field. A short punt, but it might roll for Parsons, and it does directly sideways and comes to a halt at the Labette County 25-yard line on the button. So Labette County defense gets a big stop to kind of slow down the Parsons freight train. It was looking like they were going to be in the third quarter. And to give themselves some breathing room. They're going to need to score again, John, because Parsons will score again. It's just one of those things you can kind of feel.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're going to do it here. The run game's been kind of silent so far. Haven't been having as much success with it. Then again, the Grizzlies have only had 2 drives. They haven't really gone anywhere either. Passing games look to have been there some, Jack. Couple missed opportunities. They dropped by Bates. Just unable to, really get anything moving. Toss play out to Jackson on the right side. He'll get a pulling guard out in front. A good gain. He'll be ripped down by Kendrick for a gain of about 5 or 6.
We talked about it at the halftime show. We wanted to see Jamal maybe get out in a little bit.
Sorry, I was kind of looking at this.
Go ahead, count up to 10. I hope he gained 10 yards. But we talked about getting Jamal out in the flats in that first half, and he got out there a little bit further this time. So it was a gain of 9, 2nd and 1 for Labette County. Ball on the right hash, short side of the field. Wyrick with another toss to Jackson, trying to get to the corner, cuts it inside perfectly, and then is stood up at the 42. First down for Labette County. Man, he is a good runner.
Yeah, took a big shot there from Henson at the end as he's down with the cramp now.
Number 24 for Parsons.
So I'm assuming that's what it is as Stevens is over. Oh, he's good. He's a tough kid. He really is. He just took a cramp like a man and just got right back up. I don't know if I could do that. I'm impressed by the toughness of Jackson here. Banyan was giving him, pursuing him, just kind of gave up there at the end. Jackson's kind of slid forward, getting the big guys out in space on a toss. Saw Hayward on the previous one out there moving.
And it is, let's give a hand for Kenzie Bebb.
1:31 third quarter, Labette County 21, Parsons 14. This would be the perfect time to respond to a defensive stop of your own. Go put one more touchdown on the scoreboard. Jamal Jackson getting attended to on the metal bleacher just below us on the sideline. It's his left leg, lower extremity. As Wyrick taking all the play clock here. He'll snap it now. Parsons rushes 6, pass across the middle. It's a goodie. Caught by Nash at the 30. On his feet, 20. On his feet, 15. On his feet, you betcha. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Big time play. Third passing touchdown of the night for Aaron Wyrick.
He's cramping.
Three different receivers have caught a touchdown for Labette County tonight. We do have a Parsons player down there at the 15. His left leg is being looked at as Coach Price sprints out there to help out the fellow Viking. But Labette County with a 58-yard touchdown pass from Wyrick to Nash.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was saying he's cramping, guys. I didn't see the Parsons. I saw Nash at the end of the play kind of grab his hip or the back of his hamstring or something. But wow, what a play. Respond after Jackson goes down with the leg cramp, get it right back up, and you throw a touchdown to Nash. You said earlier that Nash is kind of quiet. He's making a bit of a noise here right now, Jack, with that one. As we saw last year, he played a pivotal role in that circle victory. Comes back again here in what Grizzlies hope to be their first win of this campaign. But Wyrick, man, he's looked good. He's looked every bit of what he's been hyped up to be.
As everybody takes a knee for the Viking that's on the deck, I was thinking it might just be cramps, as we've seen 2 or 3 players, a combination of Labette County and Parsons, go down with cramps over the last 10 minutes of real world time. But this player for Parsons is still down. I never saw a number, as this player was not involved in the play, really. So we certainly hope he's okay.
I believe that may be Baugh.
As if it is, he is in some pain. We'll step aside for, well, he's getting up now.
No, it's Smart.
Oh, that's Jason Smart. Darn it, we hope he's okay, as he'll kind of limp off a little bit and not put a lot of weight on that left leg. So, okay, 27-14 Labette County, 53 seconds, third quarter. Parsons came out of the gates, scored in the third quarter to make it 21-14. Labette County had to punt it away, had kind of a bad play, gave Parsons the ball at midfield. Labette County got a stop and then scored. So those are the couple sequences that have happened this quarter that have been vital, as Hernandez is going to come on to try to go 2 for 2 on extra points tonight.
We're here for it. 2 for 2, Hernandez. Let's get it done.
Fernando. Kick. It's low.
Penalty.
There is a penalty flag. The kick was no good, but there is a penalty flag.
There is a flag on the play.
I think this one may have a chance to be on Parsons over the long snapper.
Do you go for 2 since the ball will move to, I think, the 1-yard line? Or do you just kick it again? We'll see if it's on Parsons first. Let's start with that.
You give Hernando another shot at this.
Here comes the white hat, makes his way across the 15 to the 20-yard line to talk to Coach Price to see perhaps what he wants to do.
Oh.
And now he walks away from the Grizzly head coach, hand on his right hip. The white hat turns and faces the crowd. It's a personal foul on Parsons.
Really?
I don't know what that could have been, but Coach Price is going to leave Hernandez on to kick.
Parsons.
As this would make it a 14-point game, 28-14 if Fernando makes the kick.
To about the 1-yard line.
He steps off, 3 steps south, 2 steps west, gets set to kick it through the upright. Snap, hold,
Places
kick
with them.
is perfect.
They just smoked Hernandez. That is a no. That is just a no.
The kick was good, and there is a flag on the
unfortunate
play.
that happened, but Hernandez, with laces facing towards him, pressure on him, boots that thing a mile through the uprights.
Welcome to Altamont, Fernando. Atta kid. Great job, baby. 28-14, Labette County in front. Hernandez 2 for 2 on extra points tonight, and he's getting handshake galore over on the sideline. The penalty on Parsons, I think, will be enforced on the kickoff. Back in 30 seconds with more Grizzly football.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Response by Labette County's offensive unit. Aaron Wyrick found Nolan Nash on a 58-yard touchdown pass and catch. Now Fernando Hernandez gets to tee the ball up on the Parsons 45-yard line. So we'll see if Hernandez can be a little bit
tricky here.
Yeah, tricky with his placement.
Plucky.
And try to land it maybe inside the 10 or 5 and force Parsons to have a long offensive drive. Hernandez might just kick it through the end zone, and he does. That ball landed on the back white line of the end zone. Boy, what a kick.
Someone needs to make a shirt with the name Fernando Hernandez on it. I will buy one right now. I'm a huge fan. Look at him. He's hyping up the crowd. This is Suey or Ronaldo out there. That's he's having himself a day. The Grizzlies are as well. This is fun, Jack. I mean, I don't know if you could say Grizzlies have had fun playing football for a long time, but they're having some fun now.
Could not have said any of that better myself. 28-14 Labette County, 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Kendrick and Henson to the left and right of Logan. He'll keep it and run. Pushed out of bounds, gain of a few. It's been kind of a long third quarter, but in a good way, really. This has been a great game.
Nash and Jarman there to make the play. Yeah, it really has been a back and forth third quarter. Thought the Vikings may have a chance to claw back into this, and the big play to Nash happens. So you're kind of wondering if for the Vikings when you really need to start, pressing down on the gas pedal, try to speed things up here.
Yeah, as Parsons, what we thought might be one of those teams that scores in 15 seconds better than they score in, a long drive, has really turned into a methodical offense in the second half compared to an explosive one. Logan flips it, and it's caught. Labette County needs to make a tackle, and they do at the 34. First down Parsons, however. Receiver is Wyatt Schultz.
Caught by number 21, Wyatt Schultz.
Black does a nice job wrapping up, making the play there. Good, making a nice decision there. I believe that's good. It could be.
For first down yardage for the Vikings.
I think that's Barrett. Or no, that is good. That is kind of good.
33-yard line.
He'll let up those 5-yard routes as long as he doesn't get beat over the top, and that's probably a good decision to make here in this fourth quarter. Or third quarter, I should say. We're about to the fourth quarter.
12 seconds left as the clock just started running in the third quarter here. Logan with his pair of backs next to him and being swallowed up in the backfield right away.
You want to take a gander at who that was?
The Megalodon.
Joined by Roper Whitley.
Roper Whitley and Matthew Jarman on the effort. Loss of 1. Second and 11 for Parsons. Whenever we come back in 1 minute to start the fourth quarter. Labette County 28, Parsons 14.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
12 minutes has been put on the scoreboard for the last time tonight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just had the drawing for the 50-50
As it felt like
raffle,
Parsons might
which
come
is
back out of the
stands at
halftime locker room and own the third quarter, John.
$608.
Just,
So
I don't
the
know, the way
winner's
that
gonna get
they came out
$304.
kind of started to
I'll
shift
tell you that number
mentalities,
right after this
but
play.
Labette County responded with poise.
Yeah, they've not flinched at all, and that's all you can ask for from your guys here as they're going to get set up here.
2nd and 11 for Parsons. Pitch and a catch for a gain of 1.
Pass is
Parsons
good for number 10.
moving right to left. 3rd down and 10 coming up in a moment.
Haygood, number 6 on
Labette
tackle,
County up by
Deontay
14
Field.
with
The
11:44
winning
left in the
number
game.
for the 50-50 raffle is 8,
Yes.
9, 8.
Fields is starting to
7,
settle in
8,
down on some
7.
of those hitch routes. Him and Good, they're going to
8,
need to shoot up a little
9,
bit quicker. Now, in doing
7,
so,
8, 7. If
you don't want
have
to get
that
beat with a
winning
double
ticket,
move, a
you
hitch
need
and
to
go,
move-
or something of that
just come up
nature
to the
here.
press box or stand down at the bottom of the steps and wave at us.
As the Vikings are taking their time in the huddle here, O'Banion will be the tight end here on the left side. Logan, the 2 backs to the sides. Kendrick and Henson will take the snap here, has a post in the corner. He'll throw deep here to Naygood, who has a chance to make a play. They're begging for a flag here as
Pass is
Fields had a
incomplete.
hand in there, preventing
Intended
Naygood
for
from
number
making a play
10.
down the field. As
Matthew,
Man.
excuse me, number 10.
if you're the Vikings, you're asking for
Haygood,
that one
defended
back,
by
as
number 6, Deontay
Naygood
Field.
feels like he should have made a play there.
That winning
Fields
number
with some
again, 8,
Tight coverage,
9,
really
8.
gutsy coverage down the
7,
field,
8,
fighting
7.
with Naygood.
Yeah, Nasir Haygood has been very close. He was the one that caught the first touchdown of the game on the first play of the game, actually. But he's been close to getting a couple more of those, but I don't want to pull respect out from underneath Labette County's corners. They've done a good job. As here's a shorter punt for Parsons that's going to stop at the 36-yard line. And so Labette County will come back on offensively and move left to right from their own 36 is where
The
they will
punt
set
ends
up
down
camp.
at the-
As, man, Labette
at the
County's just
Grizzlies
had a really
36 yard
well-rounded
line where they'll take
evening,
over
and
1st and 10.
with 10 minutes, 50 seconds left, up 14 with the ball, anything can happen, but they feel like that's not going to be the case. They've given off that vibe,
Folks,
that
I don't see anyone
mistake-free
in front of
vibe,
the
that
press box yet.
in-control
The winning
vibe
number
is what
is
I've gotten
8,
from
9,
Wyrick
8.
and company.
7,
Yeah,
8,
Wyrick's
7.
done a great job of managing the game so
Yeah.
far. It's the best way I can describe. Sort of like on a pro level, maybe like a Brock Purdy, has the talent around him. He's doing a nice job not making mistakes here, as they're going to get 58 to jump off sides of the Vikings. That's going to be Braylon Summers. Get him jumping up off this left side here. But yeah, Wyrick has done a tremendous job so far. Not putting the ball in harm's way, giving his guys only his guys an opportunity to make plays on the ball.
Wyrick takes the snap, throws one that's going to be short and intercepted. Jason Smart with the pick at the Labette County 42-yard line, as the ball just never left Aaron's hand cleanly that time. He was trying to throw it from the left hash at the 35 to the right sideline of the 40-yard line. And for those of you that don't know what a football field looks like, that is longer than a, 30-yard pass on paper?
Yeah.
That's a long pass.
Yeah, and I should probably keep my mouth shut. I did just say he was keeping the ball clean, not turning it over right before that.
Hey,
But
you know what? We had nothing to do with that, actually.
I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just kind of joking here, but yeah. No, it's just when you don't have as big as an arm, to make those kind of throws, you just got to get it out quicker. His release is a little bit, took a little bit too long there. Leads to an underthrow on that right side.
Everyone at home goes, Jack, why'd you open your mouth? But hey, you know what? I don't believe that we had anything to do with that. Parsons with a bit of a screen, quick pass to the right side, gain of just a couple. As I believe that's Smart again. He just got an interception, and now is receiver of about a 3-yard pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure. My eyes may be playing tricks on me here, but it looked like both the receivers kind of looked back at like they were the ones supposed to get the screen, if that makes sense. Like there was two options there. I don't think there was. I think one of them Should have been up and blocking. That could have been what happened. My eyes could be playing tricks on me here, but these lights are bright and new, I believe, too. So,
are they new? They are very bright. I wondered if they were new lights.
I don't know if they're this recent lights. This Martin will get the handoff here on the jet sweep out to the right side. Kind of jet back and forth. Will get up for about an 8-yard gain here.
Smart around the right side for the Vikings.
Or 5-yard gain, I should say. We'll bring it up to about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3.
Of about maybe 6
I'm
yards.
shocked we haven't seen more deep shots from Logan on the perimeter.
Well, this isn't a bad spot to do one if you're going to do it. About midfield. It's about the same spot they had the first play of the game at. A deep pass over to Naygood. Caught it in stride for the opening touchdown, opening play of the game.
3rd down and 3 for Parsons. Moving right to left at midfield are the Vikes. A handoff. Henson barrels forward, and he's going to get the first down. It looked like he was falling forward, but I think the ref gave him a generous spot.
Yeah.
It looked like he was short by my eye.
He got it. I want to say he got it.
It's
kind of tough with this angle because it is kind of sloped. Not like a terrible slope, but like sloped enough to make it hard to read.
They're going to come out and measure and see if Henson got the first down. It's going to be mighty close. We'll take a moment and thank a few sponsors for allowing this broadcast to take place. Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Community College, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, and Carson Wall Funeral Homes. It is a first down for Parsons, so that'll move the chains right to left for the Vikings, trying to ride their ship all the way down to the end zone. They're going to need to do so in a bit of a prompt manner. 9:35 and counting left in the game. They trail Labette County 28-14. Logan takes the snap. Labette County sends a bit of heat. He's pressured from the right. It's tipped high in the air.
Jarman!
As Jarman, I'll explain John's cry for Jarman. As Caleb never saw the football get tipped in the air, as he could have had the most easy interception in the history of 4A state high school football. But Caleb just never looked up, and I can't blame him. That happened so darn fast.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a bit of credit there. It looked, when it came out and it got tipped, it looked a bit more north than it did. And it ended up being west. So it's kind of like, looked more towards the end zone. I don't know how to describe it, folks. It ended up being a little bit closer to the sideline than I thought it was going to be.
It was more on the latitudinal line than the longitudinal line.
Yeah.
The coordinates didn't quite align, so the north-southwest compass didn't. Yeah, okay. I got you. 2nd down and 10. We do have a penalty here. Was it illegal procedure on Parsons? Boy, man, they've hurt themselves a little bit there. And, John, I'll tell you, Labette County has been mighty clean in that department tonight with penalties, especially pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, we won't talk about after the snap penalties because it's been a bit rough for both sides, more so for Labette County. But, yeah, Vikings have not helped themselves out at all.
2nd and 15. The men in white trying to get right here. They need to score. The white uniforms they're wearing with the yellow helmets. Really cool looking. Logan, quick pass to the left side. Nowhere to go. Stood up and driven backwards. Bradley Black on the attack. And the catch was made by Mackay Ball.
Black was there initially. Reed got in there off the edge. Tremendous job from... I've been thoroughly impressed by the play of Bradley Black containing the edge. Last year, that seemed to have been the biggest woe on this Grizzly defense. Was they didn't have anyone that could really contain the edge and stop plays from breaking out on the outside. Black seems to have taken up that mantle by himself and has done a tremendous job. I should say by himself, as Grizzlies has done a tremendous job of pursuing the ball, as you saw there with Reed.
3rd down and long for Parsons. Labette County in a 4-3 front. Pass across the middle, intercepted. Roper Whitley lowers his head, starts to churn the legs, and he's going to take it home for the 2nd pick 6 of the evening for Labette County.
Someone took a shot at Logan, I believe, so the pick 6 will not happen here. Big Chris. No, I don't think it's on Big Chris. I'm going to stop saying names, but Roper, he's going to look back at this on film. He's going to find who cost him a pick 6 here.
Whitley for the Grizzlies.
That was really unnecessary. It was really, I didn't see it, so I don't know what happened. But if Logan was hit, that was really unnecessary. Roper Whitley is maybe the best at his position in the SEK. I'll argue with somebody about that. And he might have just had that taken away by a teammate doing something they shouldn't have done. Are they going to keep the...
The Grizzlies will get the ball, but it's going to be a penalty from the spot of the foul.
Okay. So no pick 6, but Roper will be granted an interception, right?
Yes, that'll stand, I believe.
Okay. It was an intentional foul, as it was described by the PA announcer on Labette County, but we will give, I believe Roper Whitley still gets that interception because the penalty was after the interception. That was not, that was...
Yeah, I don't know how the stats work on that as far as the return. It may just go down as an interception of no yards returned, and then they'll throw the penalty in the team section.
Both these teams have done some things that
we're going to be calling a new number in just a few minutes. If
have
787 doesn't
resulted in some very appropriate unnecessary roughness penalties. We'll just say that. Here's Wyrick with a pitch with his left hand to Jackson. Cuts it up. Driven down at the 45, gain of 5 for Jamal Jackson.
On a carry around the left side for about 4 yards.
Oh, goodness, Jack. I really wanted that pick 6 to happen. I'm not going to lie. Good looking toss play out to Jackson there. Got a nice block there on the edge. I believe it's either Stevens or Black was out. No, Black wasn't. I believe someone on the edge out there on that left side. Nice crackback block there. Sealed the edge for Jackson to get up and through.
So 2nd down and 6. They give Jackson 4 yards on the carry. Couple substitutions for Labette County taking place, but those guys up front for Labette County are going to get a lot of praise post-game if Labette County finishes this game out. Heston to the right with Nash to the right, but they'll run it with Jackson right up the middle. He'll have a lot of room and get out to the 30, and a horse collar tackle is going to be called on Jason Smart, and Labette County will be able to tack on a few bonus points on the end of that great effort by number 24.
Yep, and it's been a lot of those kind of runs where it's like Jamal's just going to break free, break loose, and go all the way. Just unable to do so, but right there, beautiful play, great blocking. Got down the field, drew a penalty as well.
The call is on
7:13 left in the game. Oh, they call a face mask. Okay.
I didn't see the face.
I didn't either.
Well, you got to do what you got to do to get Jamal down, I suppose.
So that'll punch the pigskin all the way down inside the Parsons 15 to the 14. And boy, Labette County, things are bright on the horizon for these Grizzlies. 28-14 with the ball. 7:10 in the game left. Wyrick on the field with Labette County's offense. And we have a timeout called by Parsons. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Grizzly football.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Labette County with a pass and a touchdown. Kagan Bates catches it at the 6 and then pinballs his way into the end zone for another Labette County Grizzly touchdown and his second of the evening. It is 34-14 Grizzlies.
Yeah, I couldn't see the end of that play there. I saw initially him bounce off 2 defenders after he caught that slant pass. Couldn't quite see what happened. You know, he had it horizontally, and I guess he ended up in the end zone there, Jack, as Hernandez will make another appearance, hoping to go 3 for 3 on the night.
Four passing touchdowns by Aaron Wyrick, sophomore quarterback, first ever varsity start against Parsons. Packed house, bright lights, 4 passing touchdowns. And Jamal Jackson has a touchdown tonight too, but it wasn't on offense. Who would have thought? It was an interception returned for a touchdown. Hernandez having to wait a little bit longer than he might like, as he is already in his position, as the clock's already down to 3 seconds to get the snap off. Here it is. Hold, kick is perfect. Boy, that's pretty. Hernandez really doing a good job tonight as he waves his hands in the air trying to get the crowd hyped up. Boy, he's fun to watch, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. I love the celebration. It's what Cristiano Ronaldo does, famous soccer player. Certainly iconic for sure, as Hernandez has had a great night. Just saw some gloves getting tossed. You know, the placeholder Bates just kind of threw them to the side. Just, all right, give me the ball. We got to go. Or those things. So it's good to see that the Grizzlies are having some fun here. Hey, can we call it yet? Do we think it's getting to that point yet?
John, we're going to call the game when the siren sounds, okay?
Oh,
35-14 Labette County in front of Parsons. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Hernandez to kick for Labette County, left to right with the wind at his back. 6:56 left in the game. Labette County up 35-14. It's a bit of a pooch kick that looked intentional. Caught at the 25 by Smart. He's been busy. Goes all the way to the right side of the field and has his legs chopped out from under him at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, saw flying Grizzlies, saw Claiborne tied up. These Grizzlies are getting after on special teams.
Here the tackle was by number 14,
that was
Jack Sid.
Flying, but yeah, 6:47. If you're the Vikings, you don't have time to really think about what you're going to do. You're just going to have to throw the ball, get out of bounds, get stuff moving here. You can't settle down for checkdowns at this point. The clock's going to be moving. It's going to catch up to you here.
1st and 10 Vikings as the cheerleaders throw out rolled up t-shirts. As man, it's just been a good night here at Lucas Field.
You can't ask for a better performance from your home team here.
Here's an interception. Why not? A bit of a cherry on the icing. Why not? Interception on the far side. Is that Fields? That's Deontay Fields with his second interception of the ball game. Wow, Deontay. He'll return it to about the Parsons 35-yard line. As man, Labette County's defense is really getting the best of Parsons now. And now Fields is going to make his way over to the trash can where he gets to dunk the football. And he throws it down and flexes his biceps in celebratory fashion, as sometimes teams have a special celebration that they do on the sideline when the defense gets an interception. And Labette County has a trash can that's painted red and gold, and the person that got the turnover gets to slam dunk the football into the trash can. What'd you see there, John?
Yeah, it looked like a miscommunication out there on the edge between Logan and Haygood. as it was supposed. Logan thought it was going to be a slant as Jackson finds the edge here, makes a man miss, spins, he's on his feet here. He'll get thrown and spun down 20 yards down the field. But yeah, miscommunication there on the play or whatever. Haygood ran a streak. Logan thought it was a slant. Fields ended up with another pick. As there's some laundry down on the field, probably coming back based on where it's thrown.
There is a flag on the play.
So yeah, Fields has really bounced back after letting up an early, big play. He's played good, 2 picks. I mean, that's 2 dunks in the trash can down there. Can't ask for much more.
It's hard to get 1 pick.
Yeah, let alone 2. I mean, that's saying something.
6:18 left in the game. That penalty after the run was on Labette County, so they'll have to lumber their way back to the Parsons 39-yard line. First down and 19 for the Grizzlies. Wyrick gets the call from Coach Russell. Wyrick has a towel positioned on his back side, just like Kendall Holtzman used to do. Wyrick claps once, takes the snap, gives it to Jamal left side. He has room. He has space, and almost was going to break away and go score.
Blocking.
Gained about 10, 12 yards on the carry, maybe more.
About 14 yards.
Little stretch off the edge there. Stevens does a nice job lead blocking, takes on that backer. Nice hole opens up for Jackson. We see there a little burst. Get up through there. He's had a couple of those where he's going to break. You think he's going to break loose, just unable to there.
Clock just melting away. 5:30 and counting. 2nd and 5. Wyrick with Jackson behind him. He has 7 seconds before he has to snap it. 2 receivers left. Ball in the middle of the field. Jackson bangs it inside and gets the first down. A gain of 6 there. Boy, he is just so productive.
Jackson around
yeah,
the
and
left
it helps
side
that
time
this
for first
Grizzly
down
O-line
yardage.
is just going to work right now.
Kind of wearing them down up front.
I'm telling you right now, this offensive coaching staff is just having a blast right now watching these big boys go to work. Watching this running game just melt away the remainder of this clock in this Grizzly victory.
35-14 Labette County, 4:55 and counting, as John stated. Labette County getting their pawns on the chessboard in the right place before the snap. They get it off. Wyrick fakes the handoff, goes for the home run ball. It's caught by DJ Dylan Johnson with his first touchdown of the year.
I think that's a first career catch and a first career touchdown. What a way to do it what a way to do it in general. Just a little pop pass, no one accounted for him. Right up the seam, he took care of the rest. So 5 touchdowns now for Wyrick, with that one going to Johnson. What a debut we've been blessed to witness here at Lucas Field.
They faked a run to the left side of the field. Wyrick pulled it perfectly and threw a dart to Johnson going up that seam in the middle of the field. That was a perfectly designed play. Dylan Johnson, great catch.
Perfect time to call it. You've been having success with the run. Why not pull out a little play action pop? It works beautifully there, gets the defense flowing. And we get to see Hernandez kick another extra point. Everything's going in the Grizzlies' favor here. See if we'll get a celebration or not.
42-14 Grizzlies. 5 touchdowns for Wyrick to 4 different receivers. Back in 1 minute. This is Grizzly football.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Joyous murmurs can be heard below us here in the press box at Lucas Field. Labette County fans are feeling it, as are the Grizzlies. Smart is going to be harassed to the ground after catching the kickoff, and another flag flew as, boy, Parsons is really, I don't know who initiated it, but Jason Smart heard something he didn't like or something, and as he is really upset. So another couple, we're not going to talk about it too much, another unnecessary roughness flag, 2 of them, I think. So you don't like to see that stuff. I mean, come on now. From either team, anybody, either team. 42-14 Labette County in front. 4:20 left in the game. John, the contest virtually over. But what'd you see on that last possession by Labette County after Deontay Fields' second interception of the game?
They were just controlling the line of scrimmage, controlling the flow of the game. And when you do that, you're dictating what the defense is doing. When you do that, plays like that to Johnson open up, that's how you know you're in control of this thing. I mean, there's other signs as well, but when you're able to open up a play like that and everything you're calling is working, it's safe to say you're good chance you're going to win the ball game. Everything seemed to be, well in hand, doing their jobs. Wyrick, 5 touchdowns. Hernandez, 4 for 4 on extra points. What more could you want from your team?
5 for, or no?
It is 5 for 5, is it not?
We've scored 6 touchdowns.
5 for 5. Look at that. I'm getting my numbers wrong. It's
Would it not be 6
high.
for 6?
We went for 2
we went for
once,
2?
yeah.
Oh, okay, I forgot. Okay. All right. So we had a taunting penalty on Labette County. And then I didn't see what the other flag was about, but it results in Parsons having the ball, 1st and 10, at their own 27-yard line. 4:20 left in the game. Vikings moving right to left. The stands have kind of cleared out for Parsons, and I saw a few people starting to leave for Labette County, but all I'm trying to say is this game is fairly over as far as who the victor is going to be, but we'll see what the last 4 minutes holds. As Parsons runs it up the gut, gains 1 yard. Kendrick, the carrier.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they'll start running the clock here. I don't know the rule on that.
I don't think we're up by enough, to be honest with you.
28. I don't know. We'll see. But the clock's running now, and I think the Vikings are content with just getting on out of here as well.
Tucker Rush on the tackle for Kendrick. 340. Has been surpassed in the game. 7 down linemen for Parsons. Young.
Start on Kendrick, the back there, as he kind of took a step forward.
Yeah, Logan faked out his own back, and so Parsons will have 2nd and 14. Labette County will look to move on next week as, there's nothing easy about Labette County's schedule. They're going to get on a bus next Friday and drive a couple hours to go play Winfield, because why not, right?
Yeah.
So no time to rest, no time really but tonight to celebrate, and then it is back to business to go play Winfield.
Take their time coming out of the huddle here. 18 on the play clock and counting down now. 3:27 left in the game.
2 receivers out wide to the right. They're just going to give it to Kendrick again. Bowling balls his way to the 30-yard line maybe, and they'll stop it at the 29. Labette County has really just, they've really gang tackled well tonight. It hasn't just been one guy many times.
Yeah, and they've been there in the hurry as well, and that's probably the biggest difference there. You leave someone one-on-one long enough, they'll just break loose. Grizzlies, nice job pursuing the ball, playing with a lot of intensity and energy. It's the best way to describe it. When you're playing with energy, everything seems to flow well. Defensively, you're making plays left and right, just like that one.
2:50 left in the game. Labette County up 42-14. Nolan Nash, a shallow safety here, thinking they might run it, and they do, and Kendrick swallowed yet again. Bradley Black in there on the tackle. Fourth down and 7 coming up, a very long 7. And we shall see what Parsons elects to do here, as Nolan Nash is going to trot past the Grizzlies split face and bury his heels in the soil at about the 37-yard line to receive this oncoming punt. Boy, Labette County, I mean, you know, there's also, as the punt's in the air, as Nash is going to let it roll out, bounces backwards, and Labette County has good position here with 2 minutes left. As John, you might be right, as the clock is still running. Now it stops. But as I was saying, what else is special about the first game of the year, John, is that you have all summer to think about it, all summer to plan for it, and it's Parsons. So that's also what makes this victory taste so good is, man, yes, we worked all summer for the season, yes. But you're always going to look at maybe the first game on the schedule first.
Thank everyone this evening
so
for their
I'm happy for Labette County to get this victory as they've worked so hard for it, and we certainly wish Parsons the best of luck for the rest of the season. Wyrick will toss it to Jackson across midfield. Shaves off a few tacklers and gets to the 40. A gain of 6 yards for Jamal Jackson. As in there on the effort, a really nice block by Lucas Hayward as he started on the left side of the line and made his way all the way to the right to help his running back.
Yeah, Broadwell, JB, he's moved over to that right tackle spot.
Jamal Jackson on that last
I feel bad if he's
play,
been playing there all night.
He
He may have been there all night, but he did a nice job of getting up to that second level, hooking in that backer. As we'll see a new back in, Jenkins. We'll get a tote here. Find a seam. Get up to the second level. He's still going. Throws a stiff arm. Beautiful run there from Jenkins. Nice vision. Cut up the field. Followed his blocks.
Jenkins on the carry. Nice carry.
Dare I say 1-2 punch?
First down yardage.
Dare I say it?
Logan Jenkins, a 5'7" freshman, bully balling his way. What a tough stud.
Oh, my goodness. That was a great run. This O-line is just taking it to him now.
They give it to Jenkins again. Left side, sheds one tackler, and
Logan
then is buried in the dirt, but boy, still gained a
yards or
couple.
so.
How fun is it to watch people play with heart?
There's no better feeling in sports. So, I mean, especially as a spectator, you go to school here, all this, like seeing these kids get an opportunity to play against a rival in front of this atmosphere, this crowd, and make plays at something truly special.
Another give to Jenkins to close out the evening. And he'll kind of be wrestled to the ground at about the 30-yard line by 4 Vikings. And the clock is going to melt away. And Labette County is going to start the season 1-0 as they knock off Parsons 42-14. Listen to Grizzly Nation. Those sounds that you hear are the result of months and hours and sweat and tears of work leading up to this moment. Happy for the boys, happy they got the win, happy for the coaches, and happy for the town. 42-14, boy, was that fun to watch. We're going to step aside for 3 minutes and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show on KLKC Parsons.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Aaron Wyrick, 5 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers. 5 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers. Kagan Bates was the one that had 2 touchdown catches tonight. We'll start with the quarterback. It's overwhelming because everyone played good.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone. But we'll start with the quarterback. How was Aaron Wyrick tonight?
He's tremendous. Outside of the one, bugaboo, if you want to call it that, the one mistake, the one blemish on the stat sheet, the interception, we saw a poised sophomore quarterback making his first start. I don't think there's ever been a debut here at Lucas Field like that underneath center, like we just saw from Wyrick. He's making the correct decisions, throwing the balls where they needed to go, not putting in harm's way outside of the one, just playing his poise, standing in there, taking the pressure. We didn't really see good footwork, not a lot of sloppy mechanics in his throwing. I mean, he looked poised, mechanical almost, if you want to call it that. He looked like a machine.
I thought that the complement of Aaron Wyrick and Jamal Jackson was about as perfectly balanced as you could have possibly asked for.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything better. O-line played great in the pass protection, run game as well. Jamal, pick 6, doing it on both sides of the ball. I mean, running, I don't know if he cracked 100, but he was dominant in the game.
Yes.
He was dominant.
And defenses are forced to respect Jamal Jackson, and if Aaron Wyrick can play half of what he played tonight, half.
Oh, you'll win 5-6 games easily if you get this kind of half of this kind of production from this team. I mean, we'll see it in the real test next week against Winfield, but I mean, right now, first win in Parsons over 6 years. It's been 6 years since LC has beaten Parsons. Then again, there's a 4-year hiatus. I don't want to sound like they beat us 6 times. No, since the rivalry started, Parsons has been, manhandling us, kinda, not really, but you come in here, you play them at home, blowout victory. Students rush the field. I mean, if you're going to make a run at something in the postseason, this has got to be the year. I mean, it's off to a great start. Certainly as. Will we hear from Coach Price up here, or you think you'll just stay down there for tonight?
I will. I'll see if he makes his way up here.
We'll lost track of him.
We'll kind of play that by ear, but yeah. Again, Labette County wins 42-14. Dylan Johnson caught a touchdown, the last one of the night. I was so happy to see him haul that in on a great play, and I mean the play design as well.
Oh my gosh. Argerbright was in the kitchen cooking stuff up tonight because that was a great game called. Not only played by the players, it was coached extremely well. Travis Hurley, tremendous job. Former head coach for Parsons gets a win against his former, team here. Deciding faction, his first time as a defensive coordinator here for Labette. Defense looked 10 times better than in past years.
Man.
Oh, the rushing defense, top tier. I don't think it gets much better than that. Bradley Black, I was really impressed with his play tonight. I really was. Setting the edge, fighting off blocks, making tackles. I mean, Roper Whitley also had a great game, but there's so many guys that had great. Deontay Fields, 2 picks. I mean, they're playmakers,
Right.
playmakers. Taking advantage of what the Vikings did out there and running away with it.
Very athletic and very aware. Those are a couple words that I think of. Athletic and aware. Everyone was so aware of their role, aware of where they were on the field. The game didn't move too fast for anyone wearing a red jersey tonight. It didn't move too fast. It looked like it moved slow. That was just a pleasure to watch.
Yeah.
And regardless of how the rest of the season goes, which now you would assume is expected to go quite well, but regardless, this was a great game, and we see the ceiling of the football team that is Labette County. We're going to step aside for another 3-minute break and just kind of get a feel for what Coach Price might want to do tonight, and then we will break it down from Lucas Field. Grizzlies win 42-14, one last 3-minute break on KLKC Parsons.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Welcome back, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Jack Leake and John Kohler with you. Joined by head coach of the victorious Grizzlies, Sean Price. 42-14 was the final score tonight. Coach John and I had a hard time in our postgame show. It was hard to pick a unit or somebody because I really felt like the team played well all around. How would you like to break down tonight's victory, Coach? That was a great performance.
Yeah, I thought offensively running the ball we struggled a little bit. Man, our defense. And we gave up one play.
Yeah.
Other than that, where can you really fault anything? Those guys, man, those seniors, just blue-collar football players, did a great job. I mean, they really played well. We played a lot of different kids because, fighting some cramping. And we weren't too bad, really, on that. But, we were still fighting that. I thought once our offensive line figured it out, we ran the ball well. But Aaron Wyrick, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the one, he threw a fade ball inside. He knows that. Other than that, you can't. A sophomore, just beat Parsons. Got to feel good.
Yeah, without question. And first ever varsity start. Talk about the approach of having Jamal Jackson and Aaron at quarterback and the weapons you do at receiver. So what's that balance look like for you? I thought it was on perfect display tonight. The play calling was unbelievable. But what's that balance with Jamal and how good he is, as well as our weapons at wide receiver?
Yeah, I really thought it's one of those things. When you want to do something, you can do it because you're balanced enough you can do that. So, besides a couple drives, we, probably can question some of the stuff I did out there, but I was really happy with the balance of everything. And we get that 4 or 5 yards when we wanted it, and man, Aaron threw the ball well. He did. And, Bear, goodness gracious, he's good. Nolan Nash, Kagan. These guys did in the catch by Cam Newton. That was Cam Good. That was a huge freaking catch right there.
Yeah, just having these young guys kind of step up, like you just said, Cam Good on that slant route or something over in the middle.
Yeah.
Move the chains. What's it like having just this talent just rise up and starting to make plays out there?
Yeah, he's a sophomore. He's a possession receiver. He's not going to go burn anybody deep. He's going to get in the middle somewhere, and he ran a slant on, was second 14 or something like that, and we ended up like 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
That makes it a lot simpler on, third down calling a play when you get something like that from a kid.
Deontay Fields on defense, we picked that for a second. Whenever he didn't turn his head, got the interference, happens.
Yeah.
Turned around, play later, intercepted it. Did it again later on. Talk about him. He's a sophomore as well, right?
He's a sophomore.
That's unbelievable.
He's a sophomore. He's a kid that's he works so hard in the weight room. That's where they develop from, these young guys. That they do it. He's worked hard and he bought into what we're doing. And when you do that, man, it's a lot of fun.
I hate that, we have to leave guys out, but boy, did everybody just play so well. Coach, congratulations. Enjoy it, and we're going to get some more, right?
Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, this was not our goal winning the first game of the year.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you covering us.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks for coming up, Coach. And, again, congrats. Grizzlies win it 42-14.
Yep,
Celebration is going to take place tonight in Altamont, Kansas. Grizzlies win it, and I would say they're out of hibernation. We're going to talk to you next Friday night when we go to Winfield and take on Winfield on the road for the first road test of the game, or the first road test of the season. Pre-game show will be on about 6:40, 6:45, so tune in. I know it's a road trip, but I still hope you can make it in person. But if you can't, you can tune in on 106.7 KLKC or download the KLKC app and listen on there, or watch and listen on YouTube. For John Kohler and Caleb McKee, I'm Jack Leake saying good night from Altamont, Kansas. Grizzlies 1-0 to start the year. Have a good night, everybody, and as always, God bless.